What's up, everybody? So today I want to talk about this video that I saw across my homepage, or actually it was Joe's video, but I wanted to react to the original video, so here I am. Your life at every level of attractiveness. Now, I don't think attractiveness should really be rated because at the end of the day, not everybody's gonna find you attractive. What I mean is like somebody might find you attractive, but somebody else is not gonna find you attractive, or the other way around. Like people like what they like. Like some people are gonna find you attractive, some people are not gonna find you attractive. It's not because they find you ugly. It's just like they don't have that attraction for you. And I feel like that's why when you put like levels to this, it's like it doesn't really make a lot of sense because who you might not find attractive, somebody else might find them attractive, if that makes sense. But it obviously doesn't change the fact that in life, in the world, the more attractive you are, the easier you have it.
Oh my god, girl, look at how cute Jared is. I know. Achoo! Oh my god, he sneezed. God bless you. God bless you. Jared. God bless you. God bless you. God... Hey, dude, can you stop sneezing? We're trying to focus, man.
Technically, statistically speaking, the more attractive a person is, the easier they're probably gonna have it. So let's just check this video out, I guess. Level 1.
Bro, it's over. Give up. At this level of attractiveness, you have an asymmetrical face, hairline that started receding in your mother's womb, nose going east while chin going west, your teeth pointing in 6 different directions.
Okay, damn. I might got the nose, not gonna lie. I think I have the nose.
Your mouth at the same time. The kind of face that makes babies cry and dogs bark.
Damn, but like at the end of the day, I don't think I've ever seen a person that was technically level 1. I don't think I've ever seen a person that's genuinely.
And you're probably in a wheelchair too.
Oh damn.
Just kidding. But real talk, daily life at level 1 is genuinely rough. Walking into a room and feeling invisible, or worse,
Oh damn.
feeling people actively look away. Cashiers don't smile at you.
Wow.
Strangers
It's like,
just don't hold the door. In group conversations, nobody makes eye contact with you. And on dating apps,
can somebody really be that ugly? Like, no, I don't think I don't think anybody can be really that ugly. Can they? I don't think so. Because like somebody's gonna find somebody attractive. It's just the way people are. The way people. It's just like the way it is. Somebody.
Would you like to go out sometime?
Oh, get away from me. You're ugly. You stink. You're skinny. Your mom. Somebody call the police right now.
Your first mistake was trying to talk to a girl. Rookie move, but
He's eventually gonna somebody. Even if you've like nobody in your life that's ever found you attractive, eventually somebody will, right?
you get no matches. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people at this stage living a life. Remember
Right.
that one guy on YouTube who straight up called himself super ugly and made it his
He
whole
got.
brand?
That's
He
the
got
guy that got married, right?
millions of views, built an entire community around himself, and eventually even found himself a girlfriend who approached him first saying he was cute. He got
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, and that dude wasn't like hideous. I don't know what. I don't. If he was like a level, he wasn't. He wasn't ugly. It's just that he's not gonna be a lot of people's like preference, but that's okay. No, but not everybody's somebody's preference. So he's not ugly. It's just like it's really about finding that person that you're like. It's your presence, it's their presence. That they find you attractive, find you cute, and whatever. So it's like, it's just the way it is. Maybe the higher the levels go, I guess, the more people might find you attractive. But at the same time, it's like there's a bunch of like bodybuilders. Like bodybuilders, I would say, are attractive because they're big and muscular. But not every girl likes that. So it's like everybody has their own person.
set up for life. He found a girlfriend who genuinely loved
This
him.
was genuinely a cool
Because the
story
truth
too.
is,
That was
at
really
level
cool.
1, you're forced to develop things that most people never bother with. Real humor, real character, and a real personality.
Right.
And sometimes that ends up being worth more than a sharp jawline. Level 2. Level 2 is the great personality zone. When someone asks your friends what you look like, they pause for a full 3 seconds.
Oh.
And then they say, he's really funny though. Daily life is a
Okay.
constant low-grade rejection that nobody talks about.
Damn, level
The
2.
barista never remembers your name. At parties, people only talk to you as a stepping stone to talk to your better-looking friend. Getting a haircut feels pointless because the barber can only do so much with what he's working with.
Damn.
Dating is possible, but it requires maximum effort. The DMs have to be perfect.
Like freaking, what's it called? Max looking. Like you're gonna have to go from like level 2 to like a level 5 or 6, I guess.
The texting game has to be elite. One awkward photo on your profile and it's over. The first date has to absolutely carry on personality alone because physical attraction is not going to do any of your work.
Will you marry me? Mary Jane!
But here's the hidden advantage of being a 2. The gap between a 2 and a 4 is literally effort. A solid haircut. You pay extra for a good barber, but yeah, you can get a solid haircut even if you're a 2.
Right.
Basic skincare.
Right. That's what I want to say. Like people can not change their attractiveness, but people can look better if they eat good, they work out, they're healthy, they get a good haircut. Maybe they shave some beard off. Some facial hair doesn't really look good. Like people can do good. Like it's not really like. It's like if you're so-called ugly, it's not that you're ugly. It's just that you can. It's not that you're ugly. It's just that you're not at your potential, I guess, because you could do these things. Like if you're fat, lose some weight. If maybe some hair, you have a terrible hairline, get a haircut, get a buzz cut, do whatever. If the beard doesn't connect like me and it looks kind of bad, just shave the whole thing off, and it could work.
Clothes that actually fit you well. And 6 months at the gym.
And right, work out, and also if you have acne, yeah, use some acne cleansers and all that. Fix your skin up a little and stuff like that.
And suddenly, life starts looking way better. Most 2s are honestly just lazy 4s who never put in the work.
Well, okay.
Your potential is sitting right there. Level 3. Level 3 is the I shouldn't be getting laid, but I do. And this is quite interesting because I have a personal story. I have a friend who's in my college, who's black, 280 pounds overweight, at like 40% body fat. He's built like Winnie the Pooh, and his face is a generous 3 on a good day. But somehow this man gets play at a club every single weekend. You might be asking, but
You should
how
roast
does he
it,
do that?
bro.
Well, it's a pure numbers game.
It's
He walks up to
probably
every girl
personality,
in
you
the
know?
club, every single
Oh,
one. No
oh,
hesitation, no
oh,
pre-planned strategy. He just
oh, you just, I guess, yeah, like I said, eventually somebody's gonna find you attractive. Even nobody else finds you attractive. Eventually, you're somebody's type. You know, no matter
You truly make me the happiest person on
how you look like, no matter what level you are, you're somebody's type. You know?
walks up and says, "Hey, you wanna come back to my place?" With the confidence of Brad Pitt. Does he get rejected? Of course, 99% of the time.
Wow.
But
Okay.
that other 1%, they go home with him. And he told me he got this mindset thanks to the philosophy that shooter shoot. Like Kobe Bryant, who holds the record for the most missed shots in NBA history.
Right. I never shoot my shot on anything, so probably why I don't have a girlfriend.
15,481. But he never gave up. And yes, I know what you're thinking. He only had a shot because the girls slept with him because they wanted a taste of a big banana. But listen, genuinely ask yourself, if you asked out 100 girls in your best outfit and full confidence, would all 100 girls reject you?
Hey. Who are you? What are you doing? I was trying to dance with you. You said you're trying to take the pants off me. That is your problem. Hold on. Turn the music down, bro. Turn the music down. What's going on? What's going on? This man just tried to take my body. Who? Him. Yo! Wait, why is that with a wave girl? What is your problem, yo? Oh, look at him, bro. You look like a creep. Oh, look creepy. Hey, yo, what was you doing with her, bro? What was you doing? I was trying to dance with her. You was trying to take the pants off her? Wow! He was trying to take me to this dungeon. Yo, take pictures of us when you go on the most wanted list, yo. I'm not the police, okay? Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore. Okay? Weird. You did make me sick. I was trying to dance. You ain't taking nobody.
And at least one date.
And obviously, yeah, if you ask 100 people, like one of them has got to say yes, right? But if all of them say no, there's always 200, 300, 400, 1,000 people. Like I said, like I keep saying, eventually one person's gonna find you as their type.
That for a second. Moving on, however, in everyday life, a 3 gets overlooked constantly. Job interviews are way harder because studies literally prove that attractive people get hired faster and paid way more.
Right.
Your customer service is made at best. Everybody assumes less about your intelligence, your competence, and your worth, all because of a face you didn't choose. It's not fair, but this is reality, unfortunately. So, what is the lesson from Winnie the Pooh? I mean, not
Winnie
Winnie
the
the Pooh,
Pooh.
my friend who looks like Winnie the Pooh. Confidence and volume can override almost anything. It's not
Right.
the most
Be
elegant way,
confident
but
and
it's
all that.
math. And math doesn't care about your face. Level 4. Level 4 is the most forgettable place on this entire list. You're not ugly enough to be noticed, but you're not really attractive enough to be remembered.
So basically,
Welcome to a mall,
mid, you know,
and security doesn't
which is, I mean, I guess, yeah. But realistically, again, you could go from like somebody that's kind of mid to somebody who's kind of like good looking, you know, because like I said, working out, taking care of yourself and all that.
even glance at you. Heck, they don't even bother checking you. They just know you're average. And if you commit a crime and the police ask someone to describe you, they'd say, well, he was a guy and he had a face, normal dude, I guess.
Okay.
And relationships can happen at level 4, but they happen slowly. It's months of friendship first, slowly building on the connection, until
Right.
one day, either one of you goes, you know what? You've actually been really nice and I like you. Nobody is falling in love at first sight with a 4. Love at first sight requires at least a 6. But here's what
A
makes level 4
6?
secretly the most powerful level on this list. The glow up potential is insane. This is the stage where the bone structure is there, but it's hiding, maybe under layers of fat. Google any male celebrity's high school photo. Half of them were 4s walking around in funny, oversized graphic tees. A 4 who takes fitness seriously, gets their style together, fixes their grooming, and develops real social skills, that's a 7.
Right.
And a 7 who was once a 4 is the most dangerous person on earth because they have looks and the personality. Level 5, dead center, the perfect
The
average.
dead center.
You're not ugly, but nobody is writing poems about you either. You're not getting stared at for the bad reasons or any good reasons. You're just existing. This is
Just
where
there,
most people
huh?
actually are statistically. If you think
Yeah.
you're a 7, there's a very real chance you're
You're
a
a
5.
5.
And I'm so sorry to break the news to you, but if your mom and grandma keep calling you handsome for the rest of your life, they
Aww.
only did that because they love you. The rest of the world couldn't give 2 shits about you. Daily life at a 5 is comfortable,
I guess that makes sense, honestly. So, yeah.
very unremarkable. People are polite but not enthusiastic. Customer service is standard, not rude but not really friendly either. On dating apps, you get some matches, but mostly you still get ghosted. Relationships absolutely happen at this level though. Most couples in the world are just 2 5s who found each other and agreed to be average together. And honestly,
Okay.
that might be the most beautiful thing on this list. No ego, no games, just 2 regular people
Just two
choosing
real,
each other
yeah,
for
two real
themselves.
people.
The 5 and 5 couple that stays together for
They
many
love each
years
other, yeah.
is happier than the 9 and 9 power couple that implodes in 2. Look it up. Stability beats excitement long term every single time. Level 6. Level
Level
6 is
6.
where strangers on the road give you a second glance. Girls will be like, he's kind of cute. And at this stage, girls actually respond to your cold DMs. Not all of them, but you get a date or 2 every week now. Socially, the changes are very real. People laugh at your jokes a little harder, conversations last a little bit longer, and job interviews go way smoother because the attractiveness bias is scientifically proven. Hiring managers
Right,
subconsciously
right.
associate good looks with competence. Level 7. Level 7, you're
Level
above average,
7.
and everyone knows it. Compliments of
Yeah.
strangers become a regular thing. Girls shoot their shot at you in real life and over Instagram DMs. You
Well,
can
I'm definitely not a 7 then.
probably start making out with strangers in the club without uttering a single word and not get an SA case, but not that you should. Level 8.
Right.
Level 8 is where life finally becomes easy mode, and everyone around you can notice it. Walk into a party and the energy shifts to completely being about you. The bouncer lets you skip the line, not because of who you know, but because of what you look like. At this level, dating and getting laid becomes almost absurdly easy. Multiple people are interested at you at any given time. The paradox of choice kicks in very quickly. Too many options leads to picking nobody. A lot of 8s have messy love lives, but the sad reality is that most 8s never develop a personality because they never had to.
What?
If you talk to them, all they do is smile and show off their looks. Life handed them everything on a platter since middle school, so they have no humor or any bit of authentic personality. An 8 with no personality is the most boring person you'll ever meet. Level 9.
So basically an
At level
NPC,
9,
not gonna lie.
reality starts bending in your favor. People stare you down when you walk outside the streets, they stumble over their words, people get physically nervous when they look at you. A 9 on social media is a different universe. Post a 15-second TikTok doing absolutely nothing,
Oh, we
and
get
nobody's
millions of
smiling,
likes, bro.
and you'll get a million views.
Whew.
However, keep in mind, you are so attractive that genuine friendships and romantic partners become rare or almost impossible to find because they are all jealous of you. Guys view you as a threat before you even open your mouth, and everybody assumes you're a player who treats people like garbage. Level 10. A lot of people
Absolute
say a
giga Chad, bro. You're an absolute Chad, absolute the biggest, absolute Sigma alpha male, bro. Yeah, okay.
10 does not exist, but I'm sure they haven't heard of Dolph Lundgren. This man is a
That is true.
6'5"
I won't lie, that
male
is true.
model. I mean, was a male model. He was a European karate champion 2 years in a row.
Yes,
He won the
bro. Dolph
Australian
Lundgren. Yeah, if you told me he was a 10, bro, yeah, I would agree with you.
heavyweight tournament, holds a 4th degree black belt in Kyokushin karate, has a master's degree in chemical engineering,
Phew.
and he got a Fulbright scholarship to MIT. He has a reported IQ of 160, which puts him in the same category as Einstein. If you think that's it, he also speaks 5 languages fluently: Swedish, English, German, French, and Spanish. He served in the Swedish Marine Corps, worked as a bouncer, he became Grace Jones' personal bodyguard, started dating her, and even rode a Yamaha motorcycle to his first day at MIT with her on the back, dressed head to toe in a leather jacket. But he decided that MIT was not for him. At this level, reality doesn't just bend, it surrenders. Every room rearranges itself when a 10 walks in. Conversations stop, people forget what they were even
Absolute
talking
Chad,
about,
bro.
and jobs don't get applied for. They get offered to you on a silver plate. Relationships, you don't have to work for them, they all come to you. The word no becomes something that other people experience, but you don't. But here's the twist. Even Dolph Lundgren, the closest thing to a real-life cheat code, was once a scrawny, weak kid who got bullied and called a loser by his own father. He described himself as a runt. The 10 you see today was built from pain, discipline, and an insane refusal to stay where he started, which proves the most important point of this entire video. God has given everybody different cards to play in this life. Some are born really attractive, and some of us are not born with the best facial features. But this shouldn't stop you from trying your best, because somebody who's a 1 can ascend and become a 10, and also somebody who's a 10, if they don't work hard, they will lose the features God has given them, and they can end up being a 1. So, if you like that video,
Amen.
make sure to subscribe to me.
Well, that was a nice video. That was a nice video. I actually thought it was gonna be more of like, what's it called? Like more brain rotted, if that makes sense. I thought it was gonna talk about more about looks maxing and how like supermodels and all that, and like how if you don't look max, you're like chud, you're ugly, you're hideous, and how if you are a looks max, or you're like an absolute Chad or something like that. You know, I thought it was gonna be more along the lines of that. But no, it's just like a nice little video talking about, you know, how your attractive level kind of does determine how you live your life and how stuff will affect you and all that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what level you rely on. It can always change, you know, based on your personality and like how everything changes around you. Like if, yeah, like you said, a 10 can go from a 1 if he doesn't work out, if he becomes lazy, he just eats all day, lays in bed all day, and starts getting acne and all that, you know. And a 1 who starts working out, who takes care of better care of his health and everything can increase and become more attractive. So I don't know, that was a nice little video. Realistically, if you ask me, bro, I think I'm probably like level 5, 4 around here. I don't think I'm like that super attractive, but you know, I do think I could increase maybe. You know, if I think if I worked out more, if I took care more of my skin, definitely got better grooming and all that, I think I could definitely probably be a 6. But realistically,
Your customer service is
right
the
now
best.
it's definitely a 4 or 5.
Everybody
You know, that's just the way I think I am right now. But hey, that's all we're gonna talk about. That's all I got for today. So thank you for watching and God bless. Hey, I was wondering if I could get your.
Ew! Hell no! Look at your ugly ass. You chop that goofy ass little granny. I'm gonna tell you trying to take the pins off of me, you ugly ass little boy guy here.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry to bother you.